got bags from Prada, rolling up. I'm in a brand new model. It'll be here tomorrow. I don't got fears or problems. Only got real ones round them. Only got. It take a week to count it. Then I'm back up. Name the place and we pack up. Running these racks up. 100 meals a week after. Down from laughter. When they come to handles, never had one. With a bad one. Made a meal today and ain't my last one.
Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up. I can't take no loss. You better call back up. Don't really need down to finish. I don't play, get down to get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. You see me now, on God, I'm litty. I know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spend. Made it, kill it, and did it again. But the intent, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it.
Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it.
I'm moving too fast, I can't stop. Wiping it down with the paint hot. Left hand on the wheel. I'm closing the top when the raindrop. I'm keeping the game in the headlock. When throw it, blinding my dreadlock. In the end zone with the mad dot. One phone call, get it dead stop. I feel like I own the season. Say one thing, just give me a reason. Knowing you're mad, I'm undefeated. Top dog, making it even.
Oh, I had to get back up.
A coach take the Lincoln Tunnel through Weehawken, through Secaucus, across the Hackensack River, and you'll arrive, as we have, at MetLife Stadium at East Rutherford, New Jersey. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the New England Patriots and the New York Jets. This fielded a few yards into the end zone.
Good work, boys. Let's go. Let's go.
First carry, and he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Here we go.
Here's 2nd and 8. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. 17 yards there for the Patriots as they've got themselves a first down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
They'll look to throw here on first down. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Curtis Samuel, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point by McCrane, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. So after the touchdown, Martin now on to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. Going to give this time to the tailback. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 20-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. A shotgun snap for Darnold. He's going to find his tight end. That's Chris Herndon. That's good for a Jet first down, a gain of 13. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive.
Now the ball comes loose, and it's picked up by the Patriots. There he goes left side, and he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return and a Patriot touchdown. Extra point by McCrane, up and good. And it's now 14-0.
14, Jets, nothing.
And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kicks away following that fumble return. This is taken about 7 yards deep.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Now a handoff here to his running back. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Mike's 54. Mike's 54.
Darnold now to throw. And he's got his man on the out route. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Jet first down.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass in the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
Really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
Right there, 54, right there, 54 Mike. Hey man, watch the boot,
Off of play action, Darnold. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes, and just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games. That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. Here's a handoff to Hines to begin the drive. And some room to work. And he threw an opening, and there he goes. 40, the 20, and all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Nyheim Hines, 96 yards. And the Patriots, they add on to their lead. Boy, these guys are off to the races, Charles. 20-0 already, extra point pending.
Yeah, you always hear that term. They just boat race someone. Heck, it's car race, motorcycle race, plane race, whatever you want. Right now, they are sprinting past them.
Here's Martin now following the score as he'll send this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
The Jets take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
I got you.
After the run, now Darnold to throw. Escaping, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They are not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
3rd and long, it's Darnold. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Yeah, first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on 3rd down conversions to start this thing.
At their own 40-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
25 yards the pickup there and also a 1st down.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
They'll drop the throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. As his guys are in for 6. And the Patriots, they add on to their lead. Extra point by McCrane, up and good. And the route is on here in this first half. So after the touchdown, Martin now on to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Typically down to the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. I mean, you've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time, first half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
Call that a very strong gain of 24. Second quarter now from MetLife Stadium. The Jets with the football here as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Like 22, he's coming.
On 1st and 10, Darnold. He's got this to his running back, Ty Montgomery. Call it a gain of 5, and it's a 2nd down.
How about that shuffle pass? Or if you want to call it the shovel pass, that's fine too. That's one of those plays that you take a little bit of risk there because you're trying to throw the ball into the middle of the field where a lot of big bodies lurk, and they can knock it away, pick it off.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Darnold and the Jets come up 3rd and long following the sack.
He's crashing. He's checking crack. I got him. On me. Mike, 22's coming. Mike. Watch the out.
From the gun on 3rd down, here's Darnold. Finds his target, Montgomery. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 14 yards is the pickup there and a Jet 1st down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now it's Darnold. Throw complete to Herndon. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Now Darnold. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
To the air again, Darnold. They'll set up the screen to Montgomery. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line.
I love the intelligence the defense just showed there. Read their keys, saw the screen developing, ran to it, and smothered it. What a 3rd down stop by them.
So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7.
I got you, boy.
Mike's 5-4.
80.
Mike's 5-4. I'm coming.
They snap it. They're going for it. Here's Darnold. And that is going to be incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Patriots defense is going to take over on downs. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. They'll set up to throw. And his throw is going to be incomplete. Philip Dorsett, the intended receiver. But now it'll be 3rd down. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on 1st down. Then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back. But it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Trying to lay one up deep. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Well, we quit counting yardage on that one, didn't we? That was truly 3rd and a mile, wasn't it?
It was. I thought they might just go underneath, but they didn't. They wanted to get the 1st down there.
Yeah, they tried to pick up the huge chunk unsuccessfully. I'm with you. I would have tried to take some yardage just to gain some field position.
At their own 21-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here, Charles.
And it's always easy to second guess when you don't get it on a 4th down try. but they had to like the feeling that they had going on offense. They want to continue to see if they can capture that again on this drive and maybe get in the same position.
Yeah, and that's, I mean, like I said, they were moving the football. It's not like they went 4 and out, so I don't think it's a deal where the offense doesn't have confidence.
No, I agree with you totally on that one. If anything, they may have gained more confidence. Okay, they stopped us once. That's all right. Let's keep moving it. Make them do it again.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty.
Watch the twist. Watch the twist.
Pilot, 64, weak.
Darnold from the gun. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
22, Mike 22.
In your face.
Mike 20.
Young lady.
22's coming, Mike.
Better bring it. Buzz. I'm letting you know right now, you better bring it.
Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. And he coughs up the football near his own goal line. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return and a Patriot touchdown. Here's McCray now to add the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And that last possession, really a gut punch. You seemingly had it working. You were in the midst of a very strong drive, then suddenly the fumble, and you're watching the back of a defender's jersey as he brings it all the way in the other direction.
There's not much more I can add to that. I thought you summarized it perfectly, partner. You just got to regroup and start putting another drive together. That's all you can do.
And he'll give it here to his running back. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Stay with your man.
To throw is Darnold. He's got Herndon, his tight end. And he coughed it up, and it's picked up by the Patriots. Charles, he lost a fumble last week as well, so now back-to-back weeks, maybe you expect that from your tailback, but not him.
You're exactly right, because you work a lot with your running backs about how they have to protect the ball in traffic. But downfield, in open space, that's dangerous as well because you may make someone miss, and their flailing hand can knock the ball away if you don't tuck it away.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Mike 54.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Buying time to his left. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
25, check 25,
the Jets'
check
26-yard line.
Hustle.
Second and 2. $1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Nice job, nice patience right there. Put him on the right side, let him work his way across, put the ball in his hands, and let him work his way upfield with a catch.
A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal.
Come on. Hey, Mike 52, Mike 52. You better be afraid.
Now back to throw. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. Jordan Jenkins in there to get him. It's a loss of 5.
36.
On 2nd down now. It's Hines. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Naeem Hines, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year, as his guys continue to pour it on. Extra point by McCrane, up and good. And a rout is on here in this first half. Here's Martin now following the score as he'll send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get it up just past the 20, and his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Mike, 54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. 80. I got you, punk. Mike's 50.
Play action. It's Darnold. This one caught by Crowder. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. And to give this time to the tailback. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
Pick up the ball. Check, check. Fresno. Red 80. Showing up. Greystone travel.
Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. And no move to get the offense off the field. Despite failing once, they're going to go again here on 4th down.
22.
So don't say nothing.
Red 80. Hey, Echo. 22's coming.
And they are going for it. Darnold. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
You're trailing, you're trying to get points late in half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. The Patriots will take their third and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long.
Mike 52, Mike 52. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. And here we go again. Here we go again.
Mike 52. Bring it.
Looking to throw. Looking for Harry. He airs it out deep. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Where's 52? 52's the mic. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Hey, Mike 52. Mike 52.
He'll drop to throw. Philip Dorsett hauls it in. They do get 9, but it leads to fourth down. So at halftime, it's the Patriots with the advantage. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. Second and 9 now from the 21.
I'm here all day. I'm here all day.
Faking the give. Darnold. Complete. It's Johnson. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. A gain of 28 yards there and give him the first down.
Here we go, son. Ready?
Check the backer, check the backer.
First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Watch the twist, watch the twist.
Right there, 54.
Go.
54 Mike.
54's Mike, 54's Mike.
On second and 1, Darnold. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Here we go, son. Young lady. That's how you do it. That's how you do it. Mike's 54. Mike's 54. Focus, defense.
Throwing here on third down, Darnold. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off near the 29. He goes airborne. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go-around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jordan Jenkins picks up his second sack of the afternoon. They'll look to throw. Catch is made by Harry. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. They'll set up a throw. He's going to air it out for Dorsett. This is caught inside the 15. A big play there on third down for the Pats. 43 yards.
And a Patriot first down.
Mike's 5-4. You got nothing today. You got nothing. Shift. Watch the shot.
They'll look to throw here on first down. And he's going to have the hook up here with Harry. And here he'll get it down to the 7. That throw good for 4. It's second down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Kill. Turn up.
Now it's Hines. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It's a loss of 2, now third down.
A loss of 2 yards. And it's third down.
Right there. 54. Right there. 54 Mike. Coming.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. And this is caught. Touchdown, Patriots. Cameron Meredith, his first touchdown on the year as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. And his kick is good, and flags fly as well. Some frustration showing through right now. This is going to be a roughing call. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
Check. Ready. Check hot route.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. Johnson was the intended receiver, and now it's second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Mike 22, he's coming. 22's coming. Mike. Yeah, I'm going to lose one. Mike's 22.
Yeah, that's what I do.
Mike 22, he's coming. 22.
Back to the air, Darnold on second down. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line.
Nice pick.
Of course, they had the option, and they choose to not take the penalty.
They like the results of the play that they just ran, and they elect to let them stand.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10.
They're not ready for this, man. They're not ready.
They'll drop to throw. Taking a shot for Samuel. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Curtis Samuel, his second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. As his guys continue to pour it on. McCrane on for the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. So after the touchdown, Martin now on to kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, "Wake up.
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys."
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think he might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. Now a handoff here to his running back. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 45-yard line. Darnold now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10.
Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up. Kill. Hey, turn it up. Here we go.
Now it's Darnold. And he will find his man on the outside. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets first down. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Darnold completes it. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A Jet first down, 18 big yards that time. Back now here on EA Sports. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair.
Hey, 1-7. Check, 1-7.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Johnson the intended target, and it's 2nd down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 11. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
They'll try and start this drive in the air to Michel on the screen. And he gets this one just shy of the 35 to the 34. A well-executed 22-yard gain. This quarterback now 11 of 16 through the air. It's 1st and 10.
Back to you. Quick the edge.
He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. They're still throwing the football here. Now, obviously, the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 14 yards is the pickup there and a New England first down. This quarterback now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. They'll set up to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. That one goes for 24 yards. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Watch the six.
Now a first down carry. It's Michel. And he's got some space here. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Sony Michel, his first touchdown on the year, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Extra point by McCrane, up and good. And the lead will swell by one more. Here's Martin now following the score as he'll send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
The Jets take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
10 yards is the pickup, good enough for a Jet first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on first and 10. A little bit of space there for the first down run, as that's going to get him about 5 yards. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
After the run, now Darnold to throw. He gets this one to Johnson. 23 yards the pickup there.
Brandon, so many times we see the crossing route start as a quick hitter, but in this play, he had time in the pocket and waited for him to clear going across.
So into Pat's territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 37-yard line. Here's Darnold. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 19. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Dorsett's got it. Touchdown, Patriots. Philip Dorsett, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Pats take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Extra point by McCrane, up and good. And that will extend this big lead. So after the touchdown, Martin now on to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Red 80. Mike 22, he's coming. 22's coming. Mike.
Stop your whining.
Now Darnold. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Darnold and the Jets come up 3rd and long following the sack.
Red 80. Red 80. Hey, watch the screen. Smooth. Watch the screen. Mike 22.
3rd and long, it's Darnold. And he's going to go down again.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Here's the Jets punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And where will this be spotted? The side judge says it went out just across midfield. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. Quentin Williams coming right up the gut. Gets in there for a loss of 9. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
A good return there, 17 yards. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a 1st down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for them throughout the game, and that 3 and out on the last possession, that told you just how stalled they are on offense.
So who will step up here? We'll see. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame.
Let's put them on the buses. Let's put that team on the bus. You go tight. You got tight. You got tight right there. Yo, 80. Hey, watch that. Check, Mike.
Darnold on 3rd down. And now here is another interception. Picked off at about the 31. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. They'll find Hines out of the backfield. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. A good pickup there, 26 yards. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys plays on, make someone miss in the open field.
Flushed, and he fumbled it. It's on the ground, and it's scooped up by the Jets. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk-reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
Should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about any more.
Right there.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. A play fake, and it's Darnold. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back at the 2. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Darnold and the Jets come up 3rd and long following the sack.
Check curls, check curls, check curls. Kill. Red 80. Take it. Mike 22, he's coming. 22's coming. Mike.
Darnold now to throw. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he's going to get this up to the 24-yard line. The 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he's able to get up here to the 26. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Here's Darnold. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness.
Brings up 3rd down and 8 yards to go.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
Switch gears. Switch. Red 80. Red 80.
One last throw down for Darnold. Nowhere to escape.